You know what's peak clown world? That we live in a world where everything is sanitized, desexualized, and at the same time, everything is also degenerate. Like, did you notice that? If you enjoy a game like The First Descendant or like Nikkei, you will have people spurg out about hypersexualization, about degeneracy, pornography, even though the game has no sex scenes in it. But if you play a game like The Last of Us 2, where there's actual porking on the computer screen, or you play a game that has a man in a bathtub, everyone is acting like that's elevating, that's artistic, that is transcending the human experience. It just blows my mind, like this performative thing. Like, there's no way people genuinely believe that. But everyone is so cowardly in modern time that it's the reason why Asmongold is so popular. Because he doesn't play the game. He doesn't give a shit. He just says, no, a woman with big ass and plump tits is actually hot. It's part of the human experience, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't like that, right? So this is why, like, people gravitate to him. Because at the end of the day, you know what? Morality is universal, and people gravitate to honesty. They are sick and tired of this fakeness bullshit. The PC gamer, right? Like, I would believe if any other publication would write something like this. But when you have a progressive publication that's against its an ass, all of a sudden talking about, celebrating 10 years of Geralt in a bathtub. No one thinks about The Witcher 3, and the first thought that they have in the mind is Geralt in the bathtub. If anything, they may think about Triss Merigold's plump tits, her nice tushy. But even then, like, that's not part of the Witcher 3 experience. Like, that's not why I celebrate. Like, that is the seasoning on the video game. That is the seasoning on the steak. The difference is that I hate when people spurg out at the seasoning. And they're acting like it's disgusting and disturbing, or it's like, oh, go watch porn. Yeah, I hate that shit. But at the same time, I also find this stuff bizarre. It's like, you're a serious publication, right? And you're talking about the man in a bathtub 10 years after the fact. Like, the correct way to enjoy it, it's not to glorify it, but not to be disgusted by it. It's just like, it's part of the thing, right? Why are you hyper-focused on it? You know what else is interesting? I noticed this on Twitter now. Back in the day when The Last of Us TV show came out, and you have the actress, and a lot of people said that she doesn't look the part. It's like, why couldn't they cast someone more beautiful? You had a lot of intellectuals going on and saying, oh, so you want the child actress to be more beautiful, you Gunyer. What is with these Gunnerisms? You disgust me. I understand that a couple of days ago, they have a lesbian sex scene in that game with the same actress. And all of them are like, wow, that is so amazing. Transcendent. Peak television experience. Literally the same people. And so everything is performative, isn't it? They didn't jelly think that. They don't think any of the insults that they're giving, that they're not really believing that it's good entertainment. But they have to pretend. They have to pretend for their friends. They have to pretend for social media. And it's so fucking disgusting. Whatever happened with honesty, right? So they're talking about Witcher 3. It's 2017, right? And this is a man, by the way, writing about it. Like, I would understand if a woman enjoys seeing Geralt in a bathtub. But he's saying that as the person who is perhaps the most responsible for kicking off what Know Your Meme calls Geralt in a bathtub, the game's 10th year's anniversary, feel like a good time to try to explain. Like, what the fuck is there to explain? A delayed review, a Game of the Year controversy, and a big Geralt, our strange 10-year relationship with The Witcher. No one had a controversy over Geralt in a bathtub. Like, the video game came up quite shortly after other games like Mass Effect 3, where you had sex scenes with lesbians in it. No one fucking cared. It's like, okay, you get to see a man in the bathtub. When I played the game, I didn't even pay attention at that scene. But you know what they freaked out about? They freaked out about the collectible sex card games in Witcher 1. In fact, in the remake, they want to remove those, right? So Geralt in the bathtub, oh, perfect, empowering. You get some sex cards that are a little bit lewd. You know, you get to see a titty. Oh, we can't have that. We're moral, decent people here, guys. We care about virtue, and we would never poison the minds of gamers with tits. I actually noticed the same double standard if you watch The Boys. Like, have you watched The Boys TV show? You get to notice it there. They have some of the most disgusting, some of the most degenerate scenes on television. Like, you get Homelander jerking off. You get a guy, a superhero that turns really small and enters another guy's pee hole. You get a guy that's superpower is to grow a massive cock and strangles people with it. But there is like a scene where a firecracker is supposed to have milk coming out of her tits. They don't show the tits. In fact, I think like the entire show doesn't show a single boobie, but you get to see BDSM. Like everything that is degenerate and just like stuff that would freak out your grandma, that is being glorified, glamorized, promoted. But anything that's just heterosexual, just like a beautiful woman or anything that would have been showed in 2016 on television, or you would see it in Spartacus or the early seasons of Game of Thrones, that's like radioactive waste. Disgusting, disturbing, icky. Like, you need to like men. That is the message. You need to like naked men. If you're into fan service, you need to look at the man's ass or a man in a bathtub, right? Because if you do other things, you're a degenerate and a disturbing freak. Top Girl first appearance on the internet was 2015. Again, like, do any one of you care about this? You know, they're probably wondering why they don't have any readers. The reason I'm reading is because the article is so fucking bizarre. It's like, it's coming out of nowhere, and it's like, yeah, I get it, you know, there was a meme back then with him in a bathtub, and a lot of female journalists liked it, and it's like, it's a good thing, you know, you're free to like it. But really, was it that impressive that it got scarred into your brain, and 10 years after, you still remember that? Like, out of all the things from Witcher 3, that's the thing that stuck with you? A month later, the image made its way onto PC Gamer for the first time, proudly popping up the story about, like, they're acting as if it's like a monumental historical event. Like all great works, Top Girl remains divisive. It's not divisive at all. Literally, no one cares. You know what's more divisive? The sex card scenes that I talked about. Like, that is actually more divisive. Anyway, I'm just like absolutely disgusted by the current culture because of the levels of dishonesty, fakeness, and pretend that we keep seeing being dictated top down from the journalists to the community. It's like, oh, if you see anything queer, you have to pretend you like it. And if you see anything heteronormative, you have to pretend you hate it, because otherwise people call you a gooner. Again, this is why Asmongold has so many subscribers, because he doesn't hate himself, and he's honest with who he is. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.